Hello. Welcome. Hello, Icy. Hello, iHazarn. Welcome back. Hello, Brawlers. Hope everyone's doing well today on this wonderful Saturday. It's a very tiring day, I can't lie to you. Got a lot of animation stuff done, but we're here. As you can see, I've made a tier list. And today, we are going to be objectively ranking all of these in a tier list, with the ones furthest to the left being the best. And yes, we have a D tier. It's my first decent thumbnail. Or like my first thumbnail while I'm trying to do something a bit more standard, I guess. It's a bit zoomed out, but it includes almost every MMV I've made and edit I've made. But I've specifically avoided stuff under 30 seconds because, yeah. Otherwise, why am I ranking like a 15-second, test? It's kind of pointless. Is a thumbnail foreshadowing? Could be. Who knows? I mean, I'm not just going to be sitting here ranking it by myself while ignoring you. We're going to be ranking it together. I think I can do polls. Let me do a test poll. Let me just test if democracy is alive. Just do a quick test. There we go. Does that work? Let me know. Okay, well the percentage is changing, so I assume it works. Alright, end poll. And the majority said no! Damn. Well, thanks, chat. That sets a good precedent for today. So yeah, we're gonna go in order. This is in order of upload. The plan is to avoid having more than like 5 in S tier. I don't want any of you to be too kind either. I want to brutally rank these as honestly as possible. I will state my case, and then I'll put a poll, and then we'll decide, and we'll just go from there. Put out a stupid tweet first. Ranking all my MMVs in a tier list on stream. Cool. Alright. Without further ado, I think we will begin. First things first. This one. My Villain Academia. It's my very first MMV I ever made. So do we give it leniency based on that? My immediate thought for this one, before I do a poll, my immediate thought is C tier. That's my immediate thought. I think D tier is too harsh, considering it was the first thing I ever made. But I think anything above B tier is like too generous, because I think it's pretty derivative. Because if you don't know, the My Villain Academia MMV was heavily inspired by. I should probably watch it actually. Was heavily inspired by the Chainsaw Man PV. So, the music's the same, and the animation style is the exact same. Like, it hasn't aged poorly, I don't think. It's not terrible. So, I don't know. So I'm thinking C tier. I'll put out some. Let's see what people are saying. B tier, C tier. All right, let me start the poll. Let's immediately start the poll. I'll say we'll offer B, C, and D tier, because I think anything above B tier is coping. All right, let's go. Start poll. Give me your thoughts, people. We'll give it a couple of minutes. Again, don't be worry about offending me. If something ends up in D tier, I'll say this. There is one video on this list that is going into D tier automatically without your opinion. There's one video on here that automatically I see as my worst video. Is no one saying B? That hurts, man. But it doesn't hurt. I'm kidding. It doesn't hurt. It's fine. Say C or D tier. I do not mind. I want an honest ranking. I don't want S tier just full of everything. That defeats the point. Like, keep this in mind. If something's in D tier, it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. It just means relative to the tier list, it's at the bottom. Alright, let's see the poll. Let's end the poll. What we got? There's no G tier, buddy. Okay, yeah. C tier by wide margin. We're on the same page. Alright, next. Paranormal Liberation War Arc. This was a 3-minute MMV. I'm curious how people feel about this one, because I like it, but no one ever seems to reciprocate it. It hasn't aged super well, but at the time, I thought it kind of banged, don't know? What are our immediate thoughts? Give me a letter. I don't think this one's D tier worthy, is what I'll say. It's not terrible. Like, it's got color, it's got effects. Hey, I'm turned up. There we go. This one's meh. I won't play the whole thing, but just to remind people, you know? It's not terrible. Alright, what are we feeling? I'm seeing a lot of B, a lot of C. Alright, let's do a poll. What's the poll range? Because I can do... Wait, I can do 4 options. Alright, let's agree it's not above... Actually, I don't even need to do 4 options. You know, I'll put A tier for the... No. Yes. I'll put A tier for the love of the game, but it's not going there. A, B, C, or D? Start poll, go. I forgot to name it, but you know what it is. What are we thinking? My personal opinion is I think this could be like high C tier or low B tier. I think C tier is currently winning, but it's quite... I don't know how much it's winning by, because I can only see, like, the top result. Oh, C tier... So it's not complete majority. Let me see. I'll give the thing a few more minutes. No. 1 more minute. By the way, if you'd like to do this tier list yourself, in the description, I've linked it. So, you know, if you want to do it yourself, and then you can @ me on Twitter and say, hey, bitch, I disagree with your awful tier list. Alright, let's end the poll. The vote is in. It looks like C tier. 41% for B tier. I respect that, though. For now, we'll sort out the order of the stuff as we go on. But I think we're in agreement that this is top of C tier so far. Is this the most concurrent viewers yet? Maybe. 85 is pretty good. It's pretty good. It probably helps I have a decent thumbnail. Villain Hunt. Now, I know that I don't think anyone's crazy about this one. This might be our first D tier. But let's refresh ourselves. Before we jump to any conclusions, let's refresh ourselves. I will say, I tried a bunch of things with this one for the first time. And also, I think the song fits pretty well. But I don't think it's aged super well. You can see I tried a bunch of things with this one. But I think visually it hasn't aged super well. Give me some letters. Give me some immediate thoughts. And also the title card, like, I never did that again. I didn't like that. It didn't look good. It's definitely a C tier. I think a lot of the early ones are going to be C tier. I think the pacing's good, but just visually it just hasn't aged well. Alright, what are we thinking? I'm seeing a lot of... I think we'll do the same poll as last time. We'll do A, B, C, D. This time I'll name the poll. Let me get the music back on. Alright, Villain Hunt, how are we doing? Villain Hunt's MHA. In fact, I'll just do BCD. I don't think this one even needs an A consideration. Alright, chat, let me know. How are we feeling? What are we thinking? You don't think like the song, really? I think the song is low-key the strongest part, but I might just be a man with a mission simp. We're going to have a lot of C for these early ones, is what I'm thinking. I'm curious, as we get further in, I think it's going to get a lot more interesting. And I'm probably going to have some controversial opinions for some of them. Like, some of the ones people are saying are their favourite, I'm like, you know? The whole package. We're talking the entire product. If it's just animation, then it's just going to be like an upward slope, right? For the most part. We're talking music choice, panel choice, the pacing, just your overall impression of the MMV. How do you feel about it? And again, don't feel free to be totally honest. You don't have to hold back. I'll end the poll in about 20 seconds. There will be some stuff in D tier. Even if it's not these videos, there will be some stuff in D tier. I can think of some immediate S tiers, which I think we can all agree on. But we'll get to that when we get to that. I'm seeing a lot of people like already pitching S tiers, which I appreciate very much. But I will say, I think we're going to max out S tier for like 5 picks, because otherwise it's like, what's the point? If it's just like top heavy, you know? Got to make it interesting. Alright, let's close the poll. It does seem like a C tier. Yep, C tier by majority. Where are we thinking? Middle? Top? Bottom? What are we thinking? We do have a lot of viewers today. Hello, welcome. I hope everyone's having a good weekend so far. I got a lot of Love Bullets animation stuff done today. I was scared my laptop was going to catch fire, so... But it was good, it's been going well. Let's say, middle seems to be the consensus so far. Yeah, middle? Let's go middle, I'm feeling middle. Alright. This one. This is an interesting one. This is a very interesting... So it's JJK, so and immediately it's going to get upscaled, I think. But obviously it's my first one. I liked it myself, so I've got to put it high, apparently. Why do I like... Ah, my ears. Has a volume. I think it's fine. I think this one goes kind of hard. Visually, it hasn't aged super well. But I think the pacing... It's not bad. This is one of the first MMVs I uploaded that got reposted in mass. Like, the amount of people that stole this one, which at the time puzzled me, because, like, there were better videos out there. I think the song goes hard. Lyrically, maybe doesn't match, but this one goes kind of hard, no? I'm seeing some A tiers now. We're starting to see some higher letters. I just love how it's paced. And this only took like 2 weeks as well, which at the time was fast-paced. That shot's kind of bad, but it's fine. I forgot I haven't watched this in a very long time, I'll be honest with you. I'm seeing a lot of A, seeing a lot of B. I think S is pushing it, but I will put S in the poll. I'm seeing B, I'm seeing A. We'll do a poll for S, A, and B, I think. Like the way it syncs, like the piano. It's aged really well in that way. Yeah. And this, like, I made this video fully with the intention of trying to get views, and it didn't work at the time. But I ended up walking away with it with a big appreciation of JJK's art style and choreography. Yeah, this one goes hard. We'll start the poll. My immediate thought is B, but we'll see what you guys think. But I do like that video. I think of my earliest stuff I think it's aged pretty damn well. Let's go. Gojo vs Toji, MMV. Let's do A tier, B tier, C tier, I think. Yeah, we'll do that. I think anything else is pushing it. Alright, let's go. What are we thinking? I'm curious what's going to win between A and B. Don't forget to like the video, by the way, if you like tier lists. Because that's the thing, keep in mind that we've got a lot of videos left, and we want to try to balance out the tier list as much as possible. Just keep that in mind. And also, again, don't just think of your favourite series, think of like the quality of the video. You know, the song choice, the animation. Obviously, animation-wise, think relative to when it was released. Right? Because obviously it's like, well, animation-wise, it's D tier compared to other stuff. But, you know, it's all relative. I'll give it 30 more seconds because A and B are probably fighting for their lives. But I'm seeing B tier right now as the current winner. Which I would probably go with. I think high B tier is where I would put this one. It's aged well, but I think, you know, it's still pretty rough around the edges. I do already appreciate that people aren't just jumping straight to the highest thing on the poll, so thank you for that. Again, I'm not offended if people put stuff low, just saying in advance. Alright, we'll close the poll. What do we got? And you have voted B tier by a decent margin. B tier it is. Alright, this next one, D tier. This next one is D tier. Let me explain. Right? And some of you might just immediately agree, and that's great. But I think this is immediately D tier, in my opinion. I think this is my worst MMV. So visually it's okay. Initially it was like a jump up in quality, but this is my first time using new plugins for lighting and stuff. The music choice is just a soundtrack from MHA. It's like barely even an MMV. Like like if I made this today, I'd put it in the other playlist. Like I wouldn't even call it an MMV. So first of all, music choice weak. It's literally just like a Shigaraki soundtrack. The pacing's all over the place. The animation's kind of rough. But I was trying new things. It's not terrible. Like, I don't think it is a terrible video. I just think relative to everything else I've made, there's got to be something at the bottom, and I think this is it. Like, the redrawing's rough. And especially the ending. I distinctly remember making this and trying to make sure it was done before New Year. So the last 10 seconds are totally rushed. Like, it's just such an abrupt ending. To me, this is a D tier. We'll put the poll. We'll put the poll. Again, keep in mind, relatively speaking, I think this is D tier. Again, just think of the best on the channel and compare it to that. The abrupt ending, the uninspired music choice. I'm thinking D tier. We'll still do a poll. Although if this isn't D tier, I'm like, what do we put in D tier? So please pick D tier. Because if we don't do D tier, honestly, I don't know what we're putting in D tier. Again, D tier, it sounds harsh, but it's got to be done to someone. Send this video to the bottom where it belongs. Please, chat, do this for me. Make this easy for both of us. Please. D tier, come on, do it. D tier, D tier, D tier, do it. Do it, D tier, D tier. Show me D tier. There we go. Show me D tier. Vote it down. There we go. We're all in agreement. The 81% right now, D tier. Yeah. Again, because like it was a different kind of video. The only reason, so when I initially started making MMVs, right, I had like an invisible rule in my head where it's like, for it to be an MMV, it has to be over 1 minute long. And this one was barely over a minute, but it also shouldn't even count because it wasn't really over a minute. So I called it an MMV because I was like desperate to get something out before New Year. But in hindsight, like, I wouldn't even, you know? Yeah, I mean, look, it's D tier. Well, in agreement, it's D tier. And look, I will say this as well. If your favorite video happens to be in a low tier, that's not you having bad taste. Like, if you like any of these videos, even the ones in D tier, I appreciate it. It does mean a lot. I put a lot of work into all of them. But we gotta put some stuff at the bottom. S for Shigaraki. Hey, he's still got some chances, you know? So, Maki versus Zenin clan. This might be a hot take. I do not think this should be anywhere near S tier, and I don't actually think it should be A tier. I don't think... This is one of my most popular videos, and a lot of people's favourite. I personally do not think it is worthy of A tier. Now, hear me out. The reason being... So, one, visually, I don't think this one has aged super well. I think visually it has not aged super well. I was burnt out when I was working on it, and I think it shows. Secondly, the music choice is extremely uninspired. It's funny because I get a lot of comments on this video from people saying, oh my god, he predicted King Nu doing JJK stuff. The song is from the JJK movie. It's the theme song. It's the laziest choice I could have picked. I just want to make another JJK thing, and I was like, fuck it. I'll take the movie theme. That sounds cool. So for those two reasons, visually and song-wise, I don't think it is worthy of A tier. It's still cool. And it's the first time I did like the Marvel logo thing, but that's my immediate thought. That's my immediate thought. I don't think the song doesn't fit, by the way. I think the song fits. I just don't think it's a very interesting choice. We'll do the poll while we're watching it. I'll include A tier, but I don't think it's A tier. But, again, this is a democracy. And we will include it. I don't think it's below C tier, so we'll do this. Maki versus Zenin clan. Alright, go wild. Like, I don't know, some of it just is rough around the edges. But this was one that was reposted a lot on TikTok. I'm curious what people think. I'm seeing a lot of A tier immediately. Wait, let me redo the tier. I'll redo the poll quickly. We'll redo the poll with S tier because some people are saying S tier. I don't want to go total tyrant. And plus, if I'm lucky, I can split the vote. Alright, let's do it one more time. A, B, S, A, B, C. We're doing a quick recount. Okay. We're retaking the vote. But don't do S. Do A tier. This is, I think it's, look, I mean, I don't think it's A tier. I think it's like, if it's A tier, I think it's low A tier, is what I'll say. I think it's either high B or low A. That's my thought. I think S tier is pushing it. Like, are you really going to put this alongside, like, the Pokemon Adventures MMV, the Culling Game MMV, the Punpun MMV? You think that's standing shoulder to shoulder with those? Really? Think about it. Really think about it. Be honest with yourselves. I can respect an A tier. It's like an invisible rule right now, but I want like a max of 5 things in S tier, in my opinion. That's what I'm thinking. Max of 5 or maybe 6. We'll see as the video goes on. As the tier list goes on. But I don't want to crowd S tier. I want that to be like the absolute best on the channel. What's the poll saying? Yeah, it does seem like a A tier. I can respect that. I can respect that. Yeah, okay, yes, it's a vocal minority that said S tier, which is, again, I appreciate it. Alright, A tier we go. Kobeni and Darby's dance. I am very curious. So I don't think this is D tier, first of all. I think we can erase D tier. Kobeni and Darby's dance. This was an April Fool's joke that people really enjoyed. Which I didn't expect, but I am happy for. And this, alongside the previous one, was my first videos to like hit 1 million views. I spoiled so many people in this video too, by the way. I'm such a dickhead. So what are we thinking? My immediate thoughts is, I don't know. We'll do the poll. We'll do S, A, B, C. I actually don't know where I'd put this one. My heart says A tier, but maybe it's not. So I think the second one was an improvement. We'll see what you think. This is a democracy. We'll see what you think. Let me know. What are we thinking? Self-glaze is crazy, but I don't want to just be self-deprecating. Like, guys, this video sucks. Where do you think it's gonna go? I refuse. There are some videos I just don't think are worth even considering for D tier. I can only put a maximum of 4 options in a poll, you know? Although, it's like, what do I... From the rest of these videos, which one do I think is not worthy of S tier? It's kind of difficult to pick. We can rejig stuff like... Dude, talking is difficult. Holy shit. We can rejig stuff later, is what I'll say. The fun police out here voting B. Hello, X-Force. How you doing? Good to see you. What's your profile picture? I can't see it from here. It's way too small. But I don't think it's the usual one. Talking is difficult. That's why I make MMVs and not video essays. So streaming is like a step up. I'll give the poll another 20 seconds. Currently, it's looking like a B tier win, which I can respect. Now the question is, are we putting above Gojo versus Toji? Or below? Alright, let's see. Whoops. It is B tier, and by a wide margin. I respect that. Now, is it... immediately people are saying below. Below? We'll put it below for now. Alright, Chainsaw Man. My first Chainsaw Man MMV. I remember this one when it premiered. It didn't work. I was on the way to the airport. I was on a bus. I was watching the premiere, and the chat was just full of those, like, loading emojis because it was broken. So that was not fun. But I think this video is pretty good. Maybe you'll agree. I'm not sure. I think the song choice is perfect, personally. I think the pacing's fun. I won't show the whole one of this because it spoils the entirety of part 1. Like that, like that's pretty good, no? And like animation, I experimented with color. I think it's aged pretty well. It's fast paced. I think the fast paced ones are always the most fun. They're the most work, but they're the most fun. And once it gets to the Reze stuff, I'll pause it so we don't spoil it. Alright, cool. There we go. Cool. So I think we can avoid D tier on this one immediately. Let's see what the polls are saying. At least these, as a British man, these are some polls I can enjoy looking at least. Let's go. S, A, B, or C. Thoughts. Feelings. I'm seeing a high A, I'm seeing some S's, even. Again, we can rejig stuff later. Keep in mind, S tier has a maximum of 5. So keep that in mind. Come on, A+? Nope. A plus is just the top of A tier. I would probably put this one in A tier, I think. But don't let my words sway you. That's just my, you know, probably biased personal feelings. We have to rank them brutally, but I do appreciate it, Edible Juice. I'll give it 10 more seconds. Again, if you're new to the stream, link in the description. You can do the tier list yourself. You can at me on Twitter and show me your inferior picks. And again, don't be shy to, you know, change the names of the tiers. You can also remove tiers. You can do whatever you want with it. Alright, let's see. End poll. And we are going with A tier. But S tier was second. Alright, where are we putting it in A tier? High A, low A? What are we thinking? Are we putting it above Marquee or below Marquee? I'd put it above, personally. But what are we feeling? I have to go on, like, based off of chat instead of a poll for this one. I'm seeing a lot of above. And we're saying above. We're saying above. Okay, above it is. Thank you. See, I agree. So far, I just gotta say, so far, I'm agreeing with everything. I think these are some good picks. I like this so far. I think there's gonna be some, like, conflict as we get into some of these ones later on. But right now, I think we're all in agreement. Alright, next. Arthur versus Dragon. Now, I will say, my feelings around this one are a little bit complicated, because the original, for those who don't know, the original song for this one was blocked as soon as I uploaded it. So this isn't even like the original vision of the video, which kind of knocks it down a bit for me. Not to the D tier, obviously, but it's not my favourite. It was fun to work on, though. I'm curious what you guys think about it. My immediate thought is like a low B tier. I don't think all the visuals are aged super well, but it's pretty good. I will say that bit, like, is a bit weird when I watch it. Him putting the ring on his finger, then doing like a weird smirk. It's like, okay. What are we thinking? Let's do the poll. Let me get your thoughts. Arthur, I'm very curious about this one. Because I'd put this like low B, personally. But I'm curious, because I think this is where we might start having some disagreements, potentially. Let's see. Let's see. What was the OG song choice? The OG song choice was a Cold Rain song called, what was it called? FFF, I think? I can't remember specifically the name. But it was a Cold Rain song. Which is crazy, because I've used Cold Rain like 3 times since. But like at the time, I was like, I'm never using Cold Rain again. They blocked my video. S tier. Chat, are you sure about that? S tier. S tier. Let's be reasonable. I put S tier because I gotta give people the option, but S tier. S tier is kind of crazy. I appreciate the passionate fans, and I'm glad you like it, but S tier is kind of crazy, you know? Let's come on now. Like you're saying this is better than Chainsaw Man. Really? I mean, we can go back to the tier lists as well at the end. Again, max of 5. Keep in mind, are you saying this is top 5 on the entire channel? Out of everything we've got left, you think it knocks out all of these, potentially? Well, I'll end the poll. Let's see what we got. The poll says... It says S tier. Who put C tier? Buddy, you could have put those C tier votes into A tier and we wouldn't have this problem. This is the problem with polls these days. People aren't voting smartly, they're voting honestly. Enough. We're putting it S tier. We can move it down later if we have to. But right now, we'll do some more polls at the end to like even out and adjust. But the poll is... I can't redo the poll. The people have spoken. 100 votes. It's currently S tier. See, people are starting to get frustrated in chat. Hey man, I told you it's gonna get a little bit more heated as we go on. Okay, this next one, surely... See, I thought this was an absolute guaranteed S tier, but now we've got Arthur versus Dragon. I'm not sure. We've got Pokemon Festival of Champions. Now, this is one of my personal favourites that I've ever made on the channel. I think the song choice is perfect. I still love the song. I think visually, it was the last one I made on my first laptop, but it still looks pretty good. I went super heavy into the anime opening style. To me, this should be the first S tier, but we'll do a poll. Some things haven't aged super well, but like, you know, the vibe is there regardless. Like, this is still my favourite chorus drop in any MMV I've made. Like, this is bare minimum A tier. If you put anything below A, I will ban you in chat. I'm kidding. I won't ban you. But I will side-eye you to hell and back. So good. And again, Festival of Champions is a fan comic. If you haven't read it, you should read it. Let's do the poll. Let's see what you're thinking. Poll. Pokemon Festival of Champions. S, A, B, or C? I think C is just there as like a filler option, but... Let's see, I'm seeing a lot of A. I'm seeing a lot of A all of a sudden. What changed your mind, people? People are starting to argue in chat. I think it's S, but if it's A, we'll see what the poll says. Someone said A below Marky. That's kind of crazy. We'll give it 30 more seconds. Have some standards, the Wanderer says. Alright, 5 more seconds. Alright, let's see. The poll... Oh! I ended the poll! It's tied! It says... Wait, it's tied. What do I pick? Alright, we're redoing the poll with just S and A tier. It says 44% for both. How did we tie? How the fuck did we tie already? Chat, it's too early for... How did we... Who voted A tier? Okay, it's fine. I'm not... It's fine. It's fine. Hey, look. It's your opinions, people. I'm just here to give people the option to vote. I just question your standards. Alright, here we go. The absolute poll. S or A tier. Get your votes in. Is it a tier below Arthur versus Dragon? Think about it. I don't know if this really should need a second vote, but apparently we need to think about it. I'm seeing majority A tier right now. Are we crazy? It's fine, you know, it's fine. This, it's fine. This is good. This is what this stream should have been. How boring would this stream have been if it's just, so you guys think this is A tier? Same, I agree. Hey guys, you think this is B tier? Same, I agree. It's good. This is the conflict we needed. S tier people, they're winning! Click! Alright, 10 more seconds. I'm gonna get my stopwatch out so I don't, like, stop it, you know, just when it says the number I want it to say. When it hits 10, I'm clicking end poll. It says A tier. A tier has won. Festival of Champions. Below, a tier below Arthur versus Dragon. That's kind of crazy. Don't spam in chat, please. Thank you. Okay, well the question is, chat. You believe that this is a tier below, but where do you think it should go in the tier? Do we think it should go at the top, in the middle, or at the bottom? This is crazy. I thought, going into the stream, there were some select videos I thought were guaranteed to get into S tier. That is one of those. But the chat disagrees. Alright, I'm seeing a lot of people say top. Get your thoughts in, people. I'm going off based off what chat says. Wait, I'll do a poll. I can do a poll on this, can't I? Quick poll. Very quick poll. Just to make sure I'm getting people's opinions correctly. Top of A, middle of A, or bottom of A. Go. We'll give this one like 20 seconds. I'm very surprised. I think it should have been S tier. But if the people believe, then A. That's, you know. Oh yeah, okay, if people agree top of A tier, we have that going for us at least. Remember, chat, this is all in good fun. I do agree it's kind of crazy that it's not an S tier, but that's fine. I'm not annoyed. I'm just enjoying the spectacle, to be honest. This is actually... It's fine. Look, sometimes people in chat are just wrong. This is one of those times. Okay, this one, I'm going to be honest, this might be another D tier contender. Itadori versus Higuruma. So, for context, this video was originally supposed to be the Culling Game MMV, but I was unhappy with it, so I scrapped it. But I made too much progress to totally scrap the video, so I finished it and made it into like a shorter edit. So this was originally supposed to be the Culling Game edit, and I thought, I didn't end up liking it much. It starts well enough, I think. But just the chorus is too slow, it lacks the punch, it just, you know, it lacked the pacing. I needed a faster song. The intro is cool. The text is cool. But compare this to the final Culling Game MMV, like there's a big step up, in my opinion. Like, I recycled some ideas, but, you know. Like, that chorus drop sucks! That's such a shitty chorus drop, dude. He just goes, and then he gets a hammer thrown at him. That's not a good chorus drop. So I'm not even considering this for S tier. We're doing a ABCD tier for this one. Let's see what people are thinking. Remember, do not be shy to pick D tier. I will not be insulted. I would put this one in D tier personally. Either high, like low C or high D tier. I don't think this one is worthy to even kiss the feet of A tier. But we'll see what you guys think. Remember, don't vote just because it's JJK either. Higuruma. Let's go. What are we thinking? Remember, you need to make sure you get your vote in because Festival of Champions got kicked out of S tier. Keep that in mind. Yeah, I think personally I'd put it like here. Maybe, hello? Maybe here. We'll see what you think. Let me get my stopwatch out real quick. We'll do 10 more seconds. We will do a recount for S tier at the end. Do not worry. We will do a recount. Oh, I did 10 seconds. I mean, it's looking like C tier. I think we can all agree. Alright, chat, where are we going in C tier? I mean, 35% said D tier. To me, that says bottom of C tier. What are we thinking? Bottom, middle, above everything? I don't think it's above the rest. What are we thinking? And again, be honest. I think it's either here or maybe here, but I think like this video deserves more credit. It was my very first one. We'll see. Same bottom, middle, middle. I'm seeing a lot of bottom. I think bottom's fine. I agree. I think bottom's fine. Alright, next one. Kobeni and Darby's Dance 2. The sequel that no one asked for. Actually, no, a lot of people asked for a sequel. And I have to put a longer spoiler warning. I mean, like the astronauts kicking their legs, that's got to be worth something, right, chat? Surely. The Mob Psycho Season 3 opening? Look at the legs! That's got to be worth something. The dancing corpses. The Noragami. There's some great stuff here. And some out of context spoilers. It's got something for everyone. I kind of changed the game with this one. Low key. Look, do you see him in the corner? Look, it's Rent a Girlfriend. Because a lot of people don't realize I use that stupid panel. So I'm just saying, consider the fact that Rent a Girlfriend is in this. Does this affect your vote? You know, it's like a radical policy you're not sure if you can vote on yet. Let's see what the people think. Kobeni and Darby's Dance 2. Are we thinking S? Are we thinking A? Are we thinking B? Or are we thinking C? Remember, your vote counts. Arthur versus Dragon gone into S tier. Anything can happen. Let's see what people think. Let's see. I'm seeing some A tier, I'm seeing some B tier. I'm seeing a lot of B tier for this one. I mean, do you think it's an improvement over the first one? I'd say it is, but maybe it loses the novelty. I don't know what you guys think. Let's see. Let me get my little clock out. Clock, I said, by the way. I mean, I thought I said it pretty clearly, but just to be extra clear. We'll do it till 20 seconds for this one. Did the video end? How the shibbity butt? There we go. 15 more seconds. I'm scared for what's to come, you know. Like, so there's gonna be a bloodbath in the chat. Alright. What we got? We got A tier. Seems to be the winning thing, which I agree with. The question is, chat, where does it go in A tier? I'll do a second poll for this, because there's quite a few places. Bottom of A, top of A. I'll switch those around. Top of A. I'm seeing a lot of. I'm seeing mixed results. That's why we've got to do the poll. Above Marky. Alright. Kobeni Derby 2, where in A tier? Alright, let me know. We'll do 20 seconds for this. I don't think we need to think about it. I think we all know exactly where this is going. Right, chat? I don't know, to be honest, where I'd actually put this. I'd be happy to put it at the bottom of A. It's not the most revolutionary. It's not polished. Like, the chorus visuals, like, with the water background, looks awful. But, like, the standards were lower. You know, and people enjoyed the video. This video has 158,000 likes. So... I like how I keep saying, we'll do 20 seconds, and then I leave it for 30 seconds. Alright, what do we got? End poll. 1, 2, 3, 4 be clearer? Probably a good idea. Yeah, okay. With the majority, by far, agree bottom of A. I'm happy with that. Deku arrives. Where are we putting this? This is my first big... This is my first video on my new laptop. So this one was a powerhouse. In terms of visuals. I think visually it's aged super well, in my opinion. That impact. Look at the way he flies back. Sheesh. Sheesh. That's a pretty good video, man. So, here's the thing, like, going into this stream, I was like, okay, it's not S tier though, but fucking Arthur vs. Dragon's S tier. Like, how do we fit 5 things into S tier? Honestly, you guys voting Arthur vs. Dragon in has thrown my expectations for the rest of this stream. I think we can agree it's not D tier, so we'll go for another S, A, B, C. Whoops, I typed G and D. Give me a sec. There we go. Deku arrives. S, A, B, or C? We'll give this one a minute. Because... yeah. Again, we'll do another vote at the end to decide what stays in S tier. Because things are going to have to get knocked down. I don't think Arthur vs. Dragon is going to hold its spot in S tier by the end of this tier list, is what I will say. But we'll do that tier list later on. We still got, you know, we got time. Yeah, the person who said 1, 2, 3, or 4, that makes so much more sense. Just above this, below this, above this, but below this, but above this. It's been 1 minute. 10 seconds. Get your votes in. 10 seconds left. I mean, I don't think this should be S tier, so I'm happy with A tier if that ends up happening. I think anything below A tier is kind of insulting. Alright, there we go. End poll. Let's have a little look. Very convincing A tier. I'm happy with that. Now, where in A tier are we putting it? I'm seeing some low A. I'm seeing some top of A. What are we thinking? 165 Kokon viewers, by the way. People want to see how cooked this tier... The thing is, right, like, Arthur vs. Dragon is what I would have put in S tier as a bait for the thumbnail. So the fact it's actually happened is kind of wild. Let's see. Below Chainsaw Man. Top. Okay, no one's saying bottom of A tier, so we'll do a quick poll for the placement. We'll do a quick poll for first place, second, or third, or fourth. Alright, new poll. Get them. Where's it going to go? Is it going to be first, second, third, or fourth? It is in your hands, chat. Don't make me look bad. Keep in mind, when someone clicks on this stream, the first thing they're going to see is Arthur vs. Dragon in S tier, and they're going to think it's me. Remember that. Good visual, but short and a bit... Hey, Jordan, welcome. Good to see you. Shout out to my boy, Yosakura Sensei. Oh, third place is winning, I think. Alright, let me end the poll. I'll give it till 40 seconds. 3 more seconds. 2 more seconds. End poll. What we got? Third place. Third place. There it is. The people have decided. I'm not complaining. Well, yeah, no, I'm not complaining. It is a shorter video. I'm happy it's an A tier, personally. Okay, these next two should be interesting. Chainsaw Man Part 2 MMV. I think some parts of the visuals of this one have aged kind of weirdly, but I think song-wise, this one was such like a banger pick. It's a weird one, but I think it works. And I think it captures Part 2's essence very well, at least at the start. Again, I think we can ignore D tier for this one. I think this is at least C tier, right? Probably. Like, how well does this song fit, by the way? Like, the chaos, the start with Bucky, the weird kind of romantic part in the middle, it's just... Alright, what are we thinking? What are we thinking? I think this one's pretty good. I think this is at least A tier. But I will see what the poll says. The poll has been known to be unpredictable. To say the least. Every person's going to walk in this stream and be like, why the fuck is Arthur up there? Alright, go! What are we thinking? I'll do this one for a minute. I'm seeing a lot of A tier for this one. Which, no, it makes sense actually. I don't know why I said that like I'm surprised. I expected A tier. Again, don't be afraid to say B tier if you think something's B tier. I think B tier is looking a little bit thin. I can see some upcoming videos I would put in B tier. And I think there's one video I think should be in B tier that's going to get put in C tier, but we'll get to that hurdle. Yeah, A tier is starting to get a little bit clogged. But it's fine, we're still early on. Although I don't... Dude, how depressing would it be if, like, D tier just fills up with all the recent videos? It's like, okay, guys, well... Thanks, good stream, guys. I'm gonna go back and make some shitty videos. And that's a minute. Let's see what the people have said. End poll. It seems... Yeah, A tier. A tier it is. Now, what are we thinking? Where in A tier are we putting this? I don't think it's bottom of A tier. I think the thing is, I think Kabeddi Derby Dance 2 is gonna comfortably sit around the bottom of A tier. Is it top of A tier? Is it second? Is it third? Is it above or below the first Chainsaw Man MMV? That's the big question. Because viewership-wise, this video did better than the first one by far. What are we thinking? I'm seeing a lot of third. Yeah, give me a number, people. What are you thinking? Give me first, second, third, fourth, or fifth. Or sixth. I think that's easier than saying top or bottom, because it's getting pretty clogged. Yeah, apparently, according to all of you, I fell the fuck off as soon as I finished Arthur vs. Dragon. I peaked there and never hit it again. Okay. I don't know if I agree, but according to your votes, that's what the polls are saying. Alright, let's see. I'm seeing a lot of third, a lot of second. We'll do a quick poll on third versus second for Chainsaw Man Part 2, MMV. Hello? Let me type. What have we done? Poll, please. Oh, whoops, I'm stupid. Chainsaw Man Part 2... A tier. Second or third? Actually, we'll do first, second, or third. Because we have enough options. Well, actually, no, yeah, we'll do... Yeah, that's fine. We'll do first, second, or third. Alright, hit me. Be honest, chat. I'm very curious if people think this is better or worse than the first one. Obviously, this is just like a small, you know, based on the people in chat. But as far as I'm concerned, if you're here in chat right now, you're the most important viewers. You know? You're the real ones. Unlike some of those people in different time zones sleeping. How dare they? I didn't give any notice I was going to stream. But how dare they not just assume? I'm seeing a lot of second. I'm seeing a lot of second so far. Yeah, if you're in chat right now, we have a very parasocial connection. That is very unhealthy. That's a joke, just to be clear. I don't get clipped out of like context. Not that anyone's going to clip me. I have nothing to clip. I don't have enough. I'm not clip worthy, I don't think. Should I do like a backflip? Guys, let's do a poll. Should I do a backflip? Then I'll break my neck on stream, accidentally. Alright, let's end the poll. What are we saying? What are we saying? What are we thinking? I just said I'd break my neck on stream. Someone said yes, yes please. Second is the winner by decent margin. Alright. Okay, chat. I think we can... let me make my quick pitch for this one. Although I don't think I need to say much. 27 million views. Hikari dance. All the Yuta edits that have been milked out of this fucking thing. It's, to this day, my longest MMV. My most reposted MMV. It started Hikari dance. That to me says S tier. Also, the music's still playing, so. Shit! Let's get the part people care about. I mean, like, come on. Like, come on. It's a banger. Let's do the poll. Let's do the poll. I think I know where this one is going, but maybe in a twist, people will say C tier, and that would be kind of hilarious. But please be honest. No meme pics, people. Culling Game. Let's see. What I'm more curious about is if this is going to be above Arthur or not. I would assume so, but honestly, some of you in chat are kind of unpredictable. Let's see what people are thinking. Will Arthur versus Dragon be dethroned? I mean, I don't think this needs a poll. I think this is the easiest S tier so far. It might even be number one. I think there's at least a few contenders for number one, but I think this is one of the contenders. I mean, look at that S tier. 96% so far. I'm going to put it there preemptively. Hell, I'm going to put it up here preemptively. Get the fucking... Move! There we go. I mean, I'm ending the poll. I don't need to... We know this is going in S tier, yes? 95% for S tier. Now that's what I want to see. Now the big question, chat. Is this going above or below Arthur versus Dragon? This is the most important poll of this stream. You better get your fucking vote in. You've got to... Please. Let's see. Will the Arthur versus Dragon truthers that are rage baiting this chat, will they pull off a miracle? Let's see. It all comes down to this. We're not even halfway through this, like, tier list. Or probably are, actually, now. I'll give it a minute. We've got 200 viewers in here. 200 people have come along to make sure that Arthur vs. Dragon does not keep the top spot. Or a bunch of people came as backup for Arthur vs. Dragon. It's hard to say. 20 more seconds. I mean, okay, I'm going to be honest. I can see the current results. It's not even close. At all. We'll end the poll. It's clearly Culling Game. Finally, okay. We've got our second S tier. I thought this would be the second or first. I didn't think it would be next to Arthur versus Dragon, but that's fine. I think that's a pretty convincing... Yeah. Next, sex. I mean, Choo Choo Lovely. I didn't include this one because it's too short. But it was a test. This was an experimentation before I did the Culling game. I'm curious what people think of this one, because I think this one kind of bangs. No pun intended. I think this is at least A tier. But we'll see what the people think in chat. We'll see what the people think in chat. Yeah. What do I put for the title for this one? Choo Choo Lovely... I'll put Choo Choo Lovely Chainsaw Man. Are we thinking S tier? Are we thinking A tier? Are we thinking B tier? Are we thinking C tier? I think this one's solid A tier. But A tier is getting kind of crowded, but I can't put it below some of these, so I don't know. It's short but sweet. It's not the longest video I've made, but it's packed with quality, in my opinion. Let's get the poll going. Let's see what people think. Let's see. I'll do the stopwatch for about a minute for this one. Someone said I like it, but I think it's too short for A tier. Understandable. I see the perspective. It is a short one. Again, we're not just... Keep in mind a bunch of different factors. Do you see this on the same level of these? It's all relative. $20 more seconds. Yeah, the words hitting Denji in the faces was very fun to do. I was kicking my feet while doing that, I can't lie. Short and kind of repetitive keeps it out of A for me. Interesting. Again, guys, if you hate this tier list, you hate the results so far, link in the description. You can do your own. Feel free to add me on Twitter. And share your superior thoughts. And don't add more than 5 to S tier to keep it interesting. Okay. Let's see. End poll. Quick question, while making the Culling Game MMV, did you catch yourself thinking it's going to blow up the internet? Or blow the internet? Honestly, not really. I think I was actually nervous it was going to flop. And people were going to be really mad. But I'd been working for 5 months. I was honestly so exhausted, I had no idea how people were going to perceive it, you know? Like, I was nervous. Alright, where are we putting this? Give me some quick thoughts in chat, and then I'll base what I'll put in the poll. Because again, this is getting so cluttered, I can't fit all the possibilities in one poll. Like, are we doing first, second, third, fourth? Are we doing second, third, fourth, fifth? Are we doing, you know, third, fourth, fifth, sixth? Like, what are we thinking? I'm seeing bottom. Bottom. Let me think. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Okay, I'll do fourth. I'm seeing a lot of people say bottom, so we'll do fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh for this one. Let's have a look. Fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. Poll start. There we go. So again, this is for sex. For Choo Choo Lovely. I mean, the song choice for this one's maybe not so much inspired as some of the other ones, because it's the canonical choice. But that makes it unique, I guess. Maybe. Depends how you view it, I suppose. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. What are we thinking? But I like this video a lot. It's a fun video. It's one of my most viewed videos too. 4.2 million views is crazy. I'm not complaining. I didn't mumble 6-7. Alright, let's end the poll. I think we can all kind of agree at 7th, right? Yeah, decent margin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Alright, next. Frieren MMV. Where's this one? I'm going to be honest. Right off the bat, I don't think this is going in A tier. I don't think it should go in A tier. And before we do the poll, let me pitch my thoughts on this one. So my immediate thoughts. I think Frieren's manga, typically speaking, is weak on action. The action paneling's always been kind of bad. And I picked a song that has what is inevitably going to be an action-heavy chorus. So it was really difficult to choreograph it, and as a result, I'm not sure exactly how well it turned out. Also, I kind of rushed this video to get it done before Season 1 started airing, which I failed. So I ended up uploading it by like episode 4 or 5. I don't think it's a bad video, but I don't think it's A tier, in my opinion. It's got some cool shots, but I think it's visually inconsistent, in my opinion. And also, for the love of God, we have too many things in A tier. It's got some cool shots. And the Vaundy song slaps, but the coloring's kind of flat. And again, some of the visuals. I'm curious what you'll think of this one. Like that, for example, one shot that's like really rushed and should have looked way better was this shot. With the mana. Like the way it's expanding, like it's done so lazily. It just it doesn't look as good as it should, in my opinion. Maybe you disagree. What are we thinking? No one's saying S tier, right? No one's saying S tier, so I'll do an A, B, C, D poll. Not because I think it deserves D tier, but like it's not S tier. Let's be honest with ourselves right now. Frieren X Vaundy. A, B, C, D. Stop poll. What are we thinking? I'm thinking B tier, but we'll see what the people think. Where is the elf gonna go? I just think, like, of all the stuff that's coming up, this one has to go in B tier, surely. Because otherwise, A tier is going to get too crowded. Again, we can make some adjustments at the end. We do some revotes. Because I think, especially early on, we're voting without any context of what's going to end up where. So I think it's necessary to get another vote in at the end. W Ranking of Kings? Hell yeah. Ranking of Kings was so good. I love that. And the like that opening in particular is one of the greatest anime openings of all time. It is generational. From visuals to the song, it's incredible. 5 seconds left. I'm seeing A tier for this one. Let's have a look. End the poll. What we got? A tier. A tier, really? A tier. Okay, where are we putting an A tier? Surely not towards the top, right? Can I like just immediately put 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th? I would have put like lowish B personally. But again, this is why we have to poll. No one joined the stream just to watch me give bad opinions, I assume. Let's have a look. Frieren A tier placement. I've seen a lot of people say bottom of A. Okay, let's do 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Hit me. I'm very curious about some of the ones coming up. I'm very curious. Yeah, because I think like after this, I I don't know. I think I was just more consistent, like, stylistically. Because I finished this video and I was, like, kind of disappointed with how it turned out. Apparently it was good enough to get A tier. But at the time, I was kind of disappointed. And I thought it was just visually inconsistent and rushed and rough around the edges. Alright, well, what are people saying? Let's have a look. I didn't even start a timer. But let's just give it 5 seconds. Well, 10 seconds. We'll give it 10 seconds. Alright, end poll. What we got? What were you thinking? For Frieren. The elf is getting 8th place. Fair enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it's 8th. Next. One which I've been accused of stealing for some reason on TikTok. Foolish Survivor. The classic. The Tiny Tim Fever Dream. Thoughts? I'm seeing a lot of S tier immediately. Okay, I'll start the poll. You guys are foaming at the mouth for this one. Let's have a look. Foolish Survivor. Kenjaku versus Kaba. I am typing like a moron. Okay, let's try this. S, A, B, or C tier. Do we have our third S tier locked in? Again, keep in mind we have a maximum of 5 in S tier. I'm seeing a few of these that I think could be S tier. So just keep that in mind. We'll do the poll for 1 minute. I'm seeing a lot of people in chat say S tier, but chat, do you feel the same? Do you think a third... Keep this in mind. Do you think a 30-second MMV, 30-second video, do you really think that's S tier? A 30-second video, you think that's better than all of these? All of these? Just saying. I mean, I'd put it like high A tier. I'd put it mid A tier, personally. Because I think it gets a knockoff point for A. I mean, the shorter length. I feel like Tai Long trapped in the dungeon with a shell on my back. That's rough, man. Hope you're doing okay. It is kind of iconic. I will end the poll. It seems we have our third S tier, which I can't say I'm surprised about, and it won by a decent margin. There we go. Third S tier. Now, question is, chat, where is Kenjaku going in S tier? Is it going first, second, or third? If you vote third, I swear to fucking God, chat. Have some integrity. Alright, let's go. First, second, or third? In S tier. 1, 2, or 3. It all comes down to this. Brother, you jest. I mean, look, I don't know what to expect at this point. I'm seeing a lot of third. I mean, according to this, Arthur vs. Dragon's pretty safe in S tier right now. If this is third place, then this is going to get kicked down first. Are we really ending this stream with Arthur vs. Dragon in S tier? That's kind of crazy, no? Let's see. Think about it. Chat sold. We'll give it 10 seconds. The thing is, if something's going to get kicked out of S tier, at this rate, it's going to be Foolish Survivor. Okay, I keep doing like the timer for like 10 seconds, and then it just goes for 15 anyway. Whoops. End poll. What are we saying? Third place. Everyone's saying third place. I agree. Well, I mean, I'd put it in A tier, but that's fine. It's fine. It's not a competition. Chujin X. Now, obviously, this one's much more niche. So I'm curious whether it's... So I think popularity vote, this one's going to suffer. But I think it's pretty good. It's not the best Shujin X MMV out there, but I think it's structured heavily like an opening. But I think it's pretty good. I think the transitions are good too. This one was fun to work on. Especially this part. It was tricky though. What are we thinking? Immediate thoughts. Let's see. Immediately people are saying SABC. I'm going to do a poll for SABC. Chujin X. Again, a reminder for those in the chat, there is a link to this tier list in the description if you'd like to do it yourself. By the way, when we're done with this tier list, I'm sharing it online. We're going to put it on a community post, and I'm going to say, this is your opinion. I'm not taking credit for this. I let the people decide, and maybe I made a mistake. But I regret nothing. Alright, go poll. A tier immediately off to the... Off to the what? Off to the fences? Is that the phrase? It's a fun one. It's unique. I think it stands out in that way. I do recommend Chujin X. It's by the same mangaka as Tokyo Ghoul. So if you like that, you'll probably enjoy this. Maybe. Probably. I think so. It's fun. It's weird. I think it's a little hard to get into at first because of how kind of weird it is. But once you kind of get to grips with it, it's fun. It's got some really cool art. And incredible volume covers as well. Alright, I'll give the poll another 15 seconds. He says, and then I'll forget to stop the timer. Has Gojo versus Sukuna come up yet? Not yet, no. We're currently on Chujin X. So it's close. I'm cute. I mean, it's gonna go S tier, but I don't think Gojo versus Sukuna is necessarily S tier, but that's my hot take. I did it for longer than 15 seconds. Whoops. Alright, end poll. It's A tier. Where is it going? Oh my, there's too many things in A tier, chat. Why is the fucking elf here? It should be in B tier. It's fine. It's a, the people have decided. Where is this going? Are we thinking high A tier? Or are we thinking low A tier? Where are we going? Give me some numbers real quick. Give me first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. And then I'll base a poll off of that. It's getting trickier to do polls on A tier positions because we're putting too many things in A tier. I say we, by the way. I mean you are putting too many things in A tier. I kept trying to shoe in B tier, but you guys keep voting A tier. You're too kind. I'm seeing top 3 for some people, so okay, we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Which I didn't expect actually, but I respect it. Let's have a look. First, second, third, or fourth. First, second, third, fourth. Chujin X, A tier placement. Go. I think I did the tier list correctly. I hope I didn't put second twice or third twice. I think I put first, second, third, fourth. Let me know. The stream's going well. Dude, I was so scared of doing this stream and seeing like 20 concurrent viewers and like 2 people in chat being like, Can you put Gojo versus Toji at top of S tier? And I'm like, yeah, man. Sure thing. Do what you want. But no, thanks for coming out to this stream. It's been good so far. It's gotten heated already, which is good. I think that's the ideal outcome. Let's end the poll. What we got? Ooh, fourth. Wow. First was actually second, though. Interesting. Fourth it is. There we go. I'm happy with that. That's an unexpected one. Above some of these, I didn't expect it, but I respect it. Alright. Goodnight Punpun. The video that kind of got low-key, like, blocked on my channel, but not, like, fully blocked, but they turned the comments off because it was inappropriate. So I can't show the full thing for this. But this one's unique. Your eyes, you'll be here soon. I'll start the poll now. I already know the range for this one. Goodnight Punpun, X my time. Is it S? Is it A? Is it B? Or is it C? Go. I mean, like, this is so good, isn't it? Like, I'm self-deprecating on the videos I think are not up to par. This one, I think it delivers. Personally. I think the song choice, it works well. I'm not the first to use this one, but I didn't realize that when I started making it, to be fair. What are we thinking? It's a pretty intense one. Look at that walking animation, by the way. The weight on that walking. Sheesh. And it's like the way it's unraveling, like he's unraveling. Like, it's pretty good stuff here. Alright, let's do the thing for 10 more seconds. Now I've let the poll run, I will say my personal thoughts. I think this is S tier. For me, it's at least top 3 in the entire tier list. It should be. But we'll see. I think it is up there. Yeah. I think we can all agree. End poll. We're putting this in S tier. Now the question is, where does this go in S tier? Is it below Arthur vs. Dragon? Let's see what people think. Let's go to the polls and see what the pollsters think. Goodnight Punpun S tier placement. Is it gonna go first or second or third or fourth? If any of you vote fourth, you will be banned. That's a joke. But you'll be banned from my heart. Alright, go! Go to the polls, people. Remember what Arthur vs. Dragon took from you! And Foolish Survivor as well. Like, how are you here? Alright. I'll let this run for 40 seconds. Because this is an important placement. This is a potential contender for top 1. So I think it's important that everyone gets their vote in. Hey, look, I'm going by the polls, people. People are telling me don't do this, don't do that. I'm letting you decide. This is up to you. What do you vote for? Look, I will say, I don't have anything against Arthur vs. Dragon in particular. I will say that I'm slightly against it in the sense that the original song I used isn't the one in the final video. So I had to do a last-minute replacement. That's why it's weird seeing it in S tier. But if people like it, then that makes me happy. I'm not complaining about that. It's just, in a tier list, it's kind of funny seeing it above so many videos. Alright, let's end the poll. Let's end the poll. What do we got? It is second. Definitively second as well. I'm happy with that. I expected this. Like, if you block out the third and fourth, I expected Culling Game, then Punpun as the top 2. These, to me, were my locked-in S tiers. I also thought it was going to be like this, to be honest, but it's not. The people chose otherwise. We lost 50 viewers before that. I think some people were sticking around to make sure Culling Game got first place. That's what, once again, Culling Game bringing in the peak of viewership. Yeah, I think top 2 makes sense. The next one. Where is this going? Keep in mind, we've got one more space in S tier. Just saying. Gojo versus Sukuna MMV. Now, this video, you may have watched it. Potentially. It's been reposted quite a lot. And no, the original video that I made does not include Lady Gaga. It's Cold Rain. What are we thinking? I'll start the poll. Gojo versus Sukuna. Is it S tier? Is it A tier? Is it B tier? Is it C tier? Stop poll. The amount of people that typed feet in the comments because of this one shot, like, people gotta get their heads out of the gutter, man. They're throwing hands. But is that S tier worthy hand throwing? How's that better than Lady Gaga? Whatever. We'll end the poll. I can clearly see S tier is the winner. But the more interesting question, chat. Where in S tier is Gojo versus Sukuna going? Wait, where's the music? There we go. Let's have a look. Gojo versus Sukuna S tier placement poll. This is probably the most important one so far. Is this first place? Is it second place? Is it third place or is it fourth place? I'm not going to even bother with fifth place. It's not fifth place. Start the poll. Where is Gojo versus Sukuna going? You decide. Is it below Arthur versus Dragon? Will the Arthur versus Dragon truthers stand up and knock it down a peg? Or do we have a new first place? Keep in mind, this isn't Judas. Lady Gaga's not here. She didn't pick up the phone. That's the video we're dealing with right now. Keep that in mind. Just saying. I'll give you 30 more I'll give you 40 more seconds because I think we need to really think about this one. I will say this, look, chat, just because S tier is currently full doesn't mean I'm not going to offer S tier. It just means that whatever gets put into S tier is going to have to fight for what's in last place. So whatever gets voted for S tier is going to then go against Foolish Survivor in a poll. That's how we're going to do it. Alright, let's end the thing. End the poll, what we got? The people have decided that... Hello, results. First place! Damn, first place! So, hey, according to chat, according to the people in this stream, Gojo vs Sukuna is the greatest MMV I've ever made out of these ones so far. This is the current top 5. Just saying. As for what I think, I'm not sure. I'd probably still put Culling Game first, but the people have decided. The rage bait is getting to me. Jimmy, it's fine. Hold on. What's next? Guys, we might have another S tier one. Yugami-kun ni wa tomodachi ga inai. That might be S tier. I'm kidding. Please don't put this one in D tier. I love this one. This one holds a special place in my heart. Look, I know none of you have read the manga for this one. I get it. But, like, look at it as, like, a passion project for a manga you've never read. Like, really, you know? Like, visually, it's like a stylistic thing, you know? Hear me out. It's cute. Let me start the poll. I'll start the poll. Let me see. You can be honest. It's fine. If you think it's D tier, vote D tier. I don't think it's D tier, but that's fine. Yugami-kun, let's do A, B, C, or D. I think it's a fun one, personally. I might be biased. Look, I experimented with some stuff. There's some halftone. I spat water on near my keyboard. That was dangerous. I think it's animated well. Like, the character animation is quite good. I'm really trying to keep that D-tier, man. Please. What are we thinking? I'll give it another 20 seconds. If you've read the manga, this MMV is great. I promise you. It's full of whimsy. Yeah, you get the idea. The chorus drop's good too. It's a good one. What does chat think, though? Let's end the poll. Let's see what we're thinking. Let's see. B tier is the majority. I can respect B tier. I like the B tier here. The question is, where in B tier do we put Yugami-kun? That is the big question. Let's see. Yugami-kun, B tier placement. Is he first? Is he second? Is he third? I suspect third's probably going to win, but we'll see what the people think. Go. I'll give you 40 seconds. I see people in chat, it's like, I hate you all. It's that part of the stream. More people are going to come in and they're going to look at the tier list and go, what the fuck? Isn't it great? The chat is getting more chaotic as we're going on. I'll give it 10 more seconds. There we go. End poll. See, I'm not even mad at any of these, by the way. I'm not slightly mad, because I made all of these. So, if people are fighting this passionately over them, it just makes me feel better about myself. I'm still surprised at some of the picks, Arthur. But I'm not mad. What one? First place by a wide margin. You guys have good taste. W pick. Can you tell I'm biased, by the way? With Arthur versus Dragon, I was like, you sure? Think about it. With Yugami-kun, I was doing like a whole sales pitch. Like, guys, really think about it. Really think about it, please. Alright, we've got another MHA one. This was like a kind of direct sequel to Deku Arrives. Even the thumbnail, like this one he's charging up a punch, and then in this one he's thrown out the punch. It really is a pretty decent sequel. I'm curious what people think of this one. Because it did pretty decent viewership-wise. But it's hard to tell what people actually think of it, you know? I think this one was also on a new laptop. I think lyrically it fits super well as well. And like the music drop, like the lyrical significance. Fun fact, chat. This video I posted this on TikTok. It got removed for animal cruelty. Don't ask why. I don't understand it, but it got removed for animal cruelty and it got a strike on my account. Who fucking knows why? I don't know why. Alright. I'm what I call it, still here. Deku versus Shiggy. Still here. Is it an S? Is it an A? Is it a B? Or is it a C? Let's be honest with ourselves. Let's really think about this one. I don't actually know where I put this. In my mind, it's at least as good as Deku Arrives. Maybe a bit worse. Maybe. Depends on your, like, song preference. I think it's pretty good. I don't know. Again, A is so crowded. Why is the fucking elf there? Get that elf down from there, man! I'm not mad. I'm kidding. But it's funny seeing her up there. I don't know. I thought that was a pretty solid B tier pick. But hey, people love the elf. And I love Vaundy. And I love the song. I get it. The song's a banger. Alright. I'll give you all 20 more seconds to decide where Deku still here. Shigaraki versus thing. Yes. English. Good. I'm curious where this is going to go. It's a tough one. It's getting tough. Like, these more recent videos, it's going to get a little bit tougher. And honestly, they might start hurting my feelings slightly. Alright, let's end the poll. What are we saying, chat? What are we saying? The people... Oh! By 1%, it's S tier. It's S tier. By 1%, it's S tier. Well, chat, bad news. We don't have enough space. So now we're going to do another poll. Where is this going? Where is this going? Okay, let me think. We'll do 1, 2, 3, third, fourth, fifth, or third, fourth, or fifth. Let's agree that this is not top 2, right? Just to make my polling easier. Yeah, so we'll do third, fourth, fifth, or sixth. If it gets sixth, it's getting put down to the top of A tier. But if it gets fifth, or any of the other ones, Foolish Survivor is getting moved down to A tier. That's how we're doing it. S tier placement. What am I doing? Third, fourth, fifth, sixth. There we go. This is the first contest for S tier. Is Foolish Survivor going to get kicked out? Or is Deku going to get sent back to the Shadow Realm? This is up to you to decide. This is the most important one so far. I say every other poll. I'll stop the vote at 1 minute. Again, we can reorder some of the stuff later with the A tier. But for now, we'll just do it, yeah. We'll just slap it at the top of A for now. And then we can move stuff around later. 20 more seconds. We're getting close to the end now. We only have a handful of MMVs left. 4, 3, 2, 1. End poll. The people have spoken. Oh, wow. 6th place got 2nd in that poll. But the people have spoken. It is 4th. Which means, pull one out. 07 in chat. Goodbye, Foolish Survivor. You're going to D tier where you belong. See you later. I'm kidding. It's A tier, I guess. See, look, A tier has 2 layers now. Frieren, you're not going to stay there forever. I swear to God. We need to, like, split A tier into, like, A plus and A. But, like, again, that's the point of B tier. Instead of having A and A plus, we just have A and B. Like, B is not a bad place to be. Just saying. Alright. Next one. Dandadan. So this is an MMV, for context. This MMV is one... So my laptop broke down after I made... yeah, after I made I'm Still Here, this one. My laptop broke down. And so I had to edit something on this PC, which is weaker than my laptop. And this is the result. No plugins were used. I coloured every single panel myself, except the already coloured illustrations. So I'm curious what we think. It's very stylized. I think it's pretty cool. I don't think it's S tier. I'm thinking A or B tier for this one, personally. But we'll see. Let's see what the chat... Let's do the poll. The poll's live, go. It's very stylistic, but it doesn't necessarily make it the best. It's very fun to make too, I can't lie. "30 seconds. You have 30 seconds. I'm pretty happy with A or B on this one. I think C's too harsh, personally. So I'm curious what you all think. Tell them to stop making so many A tier MMVs then. True. It's been 30 seconds. Let's end the poll. What did we pick? This one is a B tier. Finally, something's going in there. Although that is a little bit surprising. Frieren is still an S tier. Fair enough. Whoops. What? I messed it up. Give me a sec. Ah! Frieren! There we go. We're fine. Alright, where's it going? Dandadan placement. I'll be going first, second, third, or fourth. Dude, someone who was at the start, like here at the start of the stream, is going to come back and just be really confused how this is developed. B tier placement. See, this is so much easier. I don't have to ask chat like, hey guys, what range of options should I do? Because there's too many things. Alright, where are we going? First, fourth, wait, what? First, second, third, fourth. I mean, based on like the votes, I assume this will be top of B. Which is why I've kind of put it there preemptively. But I'm curious what we think. Also, don't forget to like the stream, because it looks good on my analytics. Democracy is flawed. This is not Kabaddi Derby Dance tier. Do you mean that like a Kabaddi Derby Dance is good, or Kabaddi Derby Dance isn't good enough? I like how we started. It's hilarious, by the way. I'm gonna do this for like 30 seconds. It is hilarious. We started this stream. I kid you not. Like these first like picks down here, everyone was in agreement. Like, yep, C tier, D tier. Happy with that. Everyone was high-fiving each other. I love democracy. Now we're towards the end of this tier list. Everyone in chat is arguing with each other. It was going so well. Oh, now everyone's just like getting rage baited by the polls. Yeah. Shit, man. Hey, look, this is just how these things were voted. It's kind of funny. Alright, let's end the poll. What do we got? Chat's quietly scheming to get another S tier to kick a certain video out. First, yeah, I agree. I think that's a good placement. MHA More, which actually aired very recently. I like this video. It's obviously short, but I think it's short and sweet. And I will say, visually, this one is kind of gorgeous, low-key. I'm curious what you guys think of this one. Like, I fully coloured the panels for this one. I think it looked kind of gorgeous in the end. Again, short, but sweet. But the question is, chat, how sweet is it? MHA More edit. Let's do S, A, B, or C. Go, poll. Activate. Yeah, I like this one. I think, again, this part in particular, I think looks so good. Like, I go back to it like, dude, how the fuck did I do that? Like, these shots. Like, it's glowing. It looks so good. And, like, the head turn. Like, sheesh. It looks pretty good. But it is quite short. So I don't think it's... I would put this one, like, top of A... No, top of B, A tier. It's in B or A. But the thing is, what's throwing everyone off with this tier list is what's in the bottom of some of these tiers. It's like, I would put this B tier, but it's a better than the Frieren one, so I can't put it in B tier. This is why this elf should have been in B tier. But I gotta follow what the people say in chat. Guys, stop calling it self-glaze every time I say something good about something I made. We'll do the poll for another 20 seconds. I like because my camera's flipped on the webcam. It's just, you can't even really see the number properly. Just like, invert your vision. Bro has beef with an elf. I love the elf. More than most of you. I have the figure behind me over there is Frieren. But I just think the video itself, I don't think it's A tier. I think in the grand scheme of this tier list, I just do not think it is an A tier video. Let's end the poll. Da -da -da -da. What do we got? The people have said... The people have said... When it loads, please. There we go. Oh, A tier! A tier, really? 1% difference. A tier has won by 1%. I didn't expect that. I saw B tier the entire time, so I assumed that's where it was going to go. Whoops. Oh, wait, what? Oh, shit. What'd I do? There we go. I don't hate that. I don't hate it. Oh, but like the A tier ones are so difficult. What do I put it? Alright, chat. Is this top of A tier or bottom of A tier? What do we... Based on the fact B tier almost won, I'm going to immediately say bottom 4 in A tier. Is that fair? What number would this be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Fucking 11 things in one tier is crazy. 10, 9, 8. Alright, 8th. Let's have a look. MHA More placement. MHA More A tier placement. Is this 8th, 9th, 10th, or 11th? Vote. See, look, if it was up to me, that elf would be gone. I should have maxed out A tier. I should have made a limit on A tier. In fact, I might do it. Low key. But at the same time, I don't want to, like, force videos out unnecessarily, unless it's S tier. S tier, we have to have a limit. What are people thinking? So 11th is bottom of A tier, which is where it's currently sitting. I feel like MMV is like if it should be put near the bottom of any tier it's in. Well, that's the thing. Even if a video is shorter, if it leaves more of an impact on someone, then that maybe says that it's, you know, got more quality packed in. Because, for example, this video is my second longest one I've made. But that doesn't necessarily make it better than, you know, any of the others, right? Alright, let's end the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. End poll. What we got? We have decided on 11th. Understandable. Really? So Frieren is sticking at it. Okay, that's fine. Hey. Democracy is democracy. I'm not going to complain. Kagurabachi. I do have thoughts on this one. I have thoughts on this one. I don't know if people are going to agree with my thoughts on this one, but I'll let it play out first. I'll let people do the poll. Let's watch it first. And then we'll decide on the range. Because some people are saying S tier. I can't tell if they're being ironic or not, though. Okay, well, no one's saying D tier, so I'll do SABC. Kagurabachi MMV. Let me know what you think. The poll is live. I'll do the timer for a minute on this one. S tier? Sorry, that was a bit loud. S tier? Why is S tier winning? Is this really... Okay, so here are my... Okay, I'll end the poll in 15 seconds. So here are my controversial thoughts on this one, based on how the voting is currently going. I think this one's B tier at best. Not because I don't love Kagurabachi. Not because I don't think the song fits. I just think visually, I don't think this one's the strongest. I think it was the first fully coloured, like, longer MMV I made. And so some of the shots I just don't like a ton. Like this one, I don't like it. The weird mouth omen looks stupid. And like the compositing's not super strong. It feels a bit flat. Maybe I'm just too harsh on myself, but I don't know. I don't think I did a great job with this one, to be honest. Like that, my immediate reaction was like, shit, I didn't do a very good job. I mean, I'm going to make another Kagurabachi MMV. So, you know, I'll try to do a better job. But let's see what the poll says. I've done a minute and a half. Let's end the poll. We've given people enough time. S tier. S tier. Sheesh. This is the last video I ever expected to get S tier. Chat, we've got the big question. Are we kicking Arthur vs. Dragon out of S tier with this one? Has enough time passed? That is the question. We'll do second, third, no. We'll do third, fourth, fifth, sixth again. I don't think anything's really touching the top two at the moment, so we'll just make it easier for ourselves. Is it? I did third. Whoops. Third. Third. Oh, shit. It's just difficult to type these polls quickly. I can't lie to you. Fourth. There we go. Fifth. Shit. I can't type properly. My arms are failing. Sixth. No. Sixth. There we go. Kagurabachi S tier placement. Before you vote, keep in mind, if you pick 6th, it's going to A. If you pick anything above 6th, Dragon is going to A. Keep that in mind. Let's go. Kagurabachi. Has enough time passed? I didn't think this one was even top 20, but the people have spoken. It's apparently worthy of S tier. Maybe I'm just too self-deprecating. Thank you for not putting first. Look, for reference in chat, I can only put 4 options in a poll, and I'm not doing 2 polls to decide what the range. It's just too annoying. And like, let's be honest, nothing's gonna get above these 2. Like, out of what's left, maybe Pokemon Adventures might be able to. Depends how enthusiastic people are. But outside of that, like, it's not happening. All right, we'll let it run to 1 minute. When 1 minute hits, I'm clicking end poll. So get your votes in now. Will Kagurabachi kick Fire Force out of S tier, or will it go down to A tier? Will it be relegated? It's an important vote. Oh, it's been 1 minute. Whoops. End poll. What have we got? The thing is, I feel like these specific polls might be slightly flawed, you know. Maybe I should just do a one-on-one. I'm just thinking, I'm not trying to kick Arthur versus Dragon out, but I'm just like thinking, it's like... So obviously MHA still here convincingly got to 4th place, so that makes sense, right? But I'm just thinking. Like, because if you combine the votes for 3rd, 4th, and 5th together, it's more votes than 6th, right? I feel there's a slight flaw. I should be one-on-one. Those are my immediate thoughts. Okay, you know what? We're going to do a 1v1v1. To decide. Arthur versus Dragon versus Kagurabachi versus Foolish Survivor. Because that one was kind of kicked out by a weird poll. So let's do a 1v1v1. No, it doesn't work. Let's do a 1v1. Foolish Survivor, you're not S tier worthy. Kagurabachi. And we'll do this... So what we'll do is we'll do a 1v1 for 5th place, and then we'll do another poll to decide where it sits. Because otherwise the numbers just don't really make sense, I think. To be honest with you, I didn't think so many things would be in S tier, so I didn't really prepare. S tier decider. Wait, S tier relegation. Is that spelled relegation? How do you spell relegation? Relegation. Relegation, yeah, okay. S tier relegation. Pick a winner. Wait, I shouldn't call it S tier relegation, then people might pick the wrong thing. S tier. Alright, the poll is live. Which one is staying in S tier? Is it going to be Kagurabachi or Arthur vs. Dragon? Don't decide based on agenda. Decide on what video you think is better. Which video do you love more? Personally, I'd put both in B tier, but what the fuck do I know? We're fighting for S tier instead. So let's see what the people think. 1 minute. When it hits 1 minute, we're ending the poll. Has enough time passed? The Arthur truthers have left. Arthur, truthers, where have you gone? One minute is quite long. The votes have kind of stopped moving, so I assume I'll get it go to 45 and then we'll end it. Let's have a look. End poll. And the winner is... Who won? It's Kagurabachi. Boop! Now a quick poll. We'll do one for like 20 seconds. Where is Kagurabachi going in S tier? Is it 3rd, 4th, 5th, or 6th? I mean, no. 3rd, 4th, or 5th. I guess you know what? I'll humour you. 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, or 5th. I really didn't think we'd be fighting over S tier so much, so it's kind of awkward. Kagurabachi S tier placement. Go. We're doing this one for like 20 seconds. Because I don't think this one really needs much thought. I think anything over 5th is kind of crazy, personally. But to each their own. Alright, 20 seconds, end poll. And it is... It is 5th, I think, right? Are we 5th? Load, please. 5th. Correct. Alright. This next one's interesting, because when I made this one, I thought it was like a magnum opus level thing, but viewership-wise, it did quite poorly. Like, relative, like it's been almost a year, and it hasn't even cracked a quarter of a million views, which might sound like ungrateful. I'm not ungrateful. I've got some really kind comments, but relatively speaking, it's a big underperformer. But I thought it was pretty good. I used a real broccoli in this one. I did that mob head frame by frame, by the way. Put a spin around. I had to draw those frames. That's my real hand. As opposed to my fake hand, I guess. Let's do the poll. What are people thinking? Mob Psycho MMV. Is it S? Is it A? Is it B? Is it C? Let me know what you think. When I made this, I thought I was making something S tier. Apparently not. Live action broccoli. My throat's getting sore. I feel like I'm in like an auction. The way I'm trying to like advertise these videos. Oh, he's yapping. Those are my hands on the thing. We'll give it 20 more seconds. Dude, there are like clan wars in my live chat. What do you mean the Arthur gang are rallying against Kagurabachi? We started this stream so well, and now people are talking about ending democracy. Alright, 30 seconds, we'll end it. Here we go. End poll. What do we get? A or B or... S! Shit! Okay, S tier. Now, it's another 1v1. Kagurabachi versus Mob Psycho. It's heating up. Again, this is not what I expected, but you know what? I will take it. S tier. Kagurabachi versus Mob Psycho. Will the Bachi Bros win, or will this be a Mob Psycho truther victory? When I click start poll, you'll find out. There we go. Alright. I will give you 45 seconds. Has enough time passed to kick Mob Psycho down to A tier, or will Mob Psycho win? The poll is going all over the place. People are, oh my god, people are fiercely voting. Let's see, what are you thinking? What are we thinking? I have been reading chat, by the way. I haven't been like directly responding, but I see your messages. How long did I say I was doing it for? Let's do it for... Let's end it at 55. Because I wasn't looking. 2, 1, end poll. The count has been stopped. We have a winner. Kagurabachi. It was real. Goodbye. We have another new member to S tier. Whoo! Isn't this fun? Oh my god, there were 67 votes. People, lock in! These are important votes. Alright. Next one. It's another video I think, similar to Yugami, I think is low-key underappreciated. It's another niche manga, relatively speaking. But I think stylistically, this one's kind of sick. And I think music-wise, it's fucking sick. And again, I fully colored this. I fully colored every panel myself. That goes kind of hard. Let me start the poll. Tower, dungeon. Is it MMV? Is it S? Is it A? Is it B? Or is it C? I think it's kind of hard. But let's see. Remember, honest thoughts. If you think it's B tier, say it's B tier. If you think it's C tier, say it's C tier. I'm not going to be offended by any result. Pretty cool, man. And look at that running animation, like, hello? Look at that. And the hat, the helmet's like bobbing up and down as well. Pretty sick. But let's see what chat's thinking. We'll give this one 30 seconds. I'm seeing some B's for this one, seeing some A's. I'm offended by all of these results. Game's the game, buddy. Pepsi Man saying I hate everyone. Sorry to hear that, man. You see in the vision? Hell yeah. Alright, let's end the poll. The people are saying this is A tier. I like that. I agree. I think this is an A tier one. Alright, chat. Top of A tier, bottom of A tier. Thoughts? Give me some placements. How many do we have here now? Fucking hell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14! We have 14 in A tier. Are we thinking top 5, bottom 5? Give me a range. What are we feeling? Mid A tier? Oh god. Mid, top, bottom. Dude, I'm getting so many different results. Top of tier. I'm seeing mostly top so far. There are some people saying bottom, but the most of the comments are saying top, an upper half. So based on that, we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean 1, 2, 3, 4. Shit. I just wish I had more options for the poll. Alright, tower, dungeon, A tier placement. I'll do 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, because some people are saying middle, and some people are saying top, so I have to kind of balance it out a bit, you know? It's tricky, because A tier has so much shit in it. There we go. Alright. Go. It's live. 3rd, 4th, 5th, or 6th. I didn't even start the timer. There we go. We'll do it for 30 seconds. The thing is, the whole tier list is crazy. It's really difficult to. Again, we can shuffle some stuff around. Once we've done the final picks, we'll then go to the floor. People can pitch their opinions. We'll see how people feel about it. We can move some stuff around to any final adjustments, and we can move some stuff to B tier maybe. Thoughts? All right, and the people have decided. End poll. What do we got? Tower Dungeon is 3rd. We'll put it 3rd. Again, these aren't necessarily final. There's I think the top of A tier can, and the bottom can use some rejigging, but we'll do that later. Next one. I think this one. I don't know where to put this one at all, actually. I didn't really think much of this one, but people kind of like this one based on comments, so I'm not sure. Love is Explosion. Someone's always said D tier for this one. I'll do A, B, C, D for this one. B, C, D. The poll is live. This was my first attempt at trying to mix AMV and MMV visuals. I think it works pretty well. Hello, voice. I think it works pretty well, but I'm curious where you think it lands. I'd put it like B tier, personally. Like low B tier. Yeah, probably. I think the song works. I think the transitions are good. I think the anime clips are pretty good. I recorded them with OBS. I think it's terrible. Alright, let's do for another 20 seconds. We'll see what people are saying. For the love of God, if someone adds another thing to A tier, I might just ban someone in chat. Like a random person. If I have to do another poll in A tier of like, do we do top half or bottom half? Like, I swear to God, chat. A tier is so full. Okay, let's end the poll. What are we thinking? How are we feeling? And the result is B tier. I am happy with that. Thank you, chat. Is it... So a quick follow-up poll. Kaguya... Love is War B tier placement. Is it first? Is it second? Is it third? Or is it fourth? Or fifth? Wait, no, shit. Oh wait, no, it's only 4. Duh. I'm stupid. Alright, go. It's such a cursed tier list, but like the top 3 makes sense. I look at the top 3 and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense to me. But A tier is such a clusterfuck. Oh, it's such a cluster. I still think Frieren should be in B tier. I think this should be above Frieren. But again, that's just my own opinion. I follow democracy. And democratically, you guys have decided that 17,000 videos should be in A tier. Which I appreciate. But it makes it a little bit more difficult for me. Alright, let's give you 10 more seconds on the poll. This is to decide where Kaguya goes in B tier. Again, I'd put it like bottom of B tier, but again, pick what you honestly think. Don't let me sway you. 10 seconds holds up a thing for 15. Let's end the poll. And the people are saying... Yeah, I can speedrun a personal list after this. Before I end stream, I'll speedrun a personal list of what I think the placement should be. Because it's a bit different than this. Second... Oh, by 2%, second one. Interesting. Above Yugami-kun, I get it. I get it. Oh, this one's interesting. Where do people think the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow edit goes? This one's a bit of a weird one. It doesn't really fit anime manga theme. Lyrically, this fits so well. Can I just say that? Like, hello? Let's go to the poll. I don't think it's D tier, so I'll do S, A, B, C. S, A, B, C. Supergirl. Woman of Tomorrow. Let me know, chat. What are we thinking? Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. Kekai Sensen soundtrack is incredible. I'll let this one run for 45 seconds. Personally, I don't know where I'd put this. Honestly. Also, can I just say, like, the movie adaptation of this comic does not... It's, in my opinion, so far, based off the trailers, I'm not expecting it to... I'm not expecting the greatest, honestly. Like, this comic has such an incredible art style and such an incredible colour palette. And based purely off the trailers, we haven't really gotten that so far, you know? And some of the character designs also, like,
look kind of weird. Like, they changed this guy and, like, made him look like some weird... I don't even know what he's supposed to be. Like, he has kind of this murderous aura about him, you know, like a hunter. He just looks like a weirdo in the movie. Also, I let that run for more than 45 seconds. Let's quickly end the poll. What are people saying? A tier. Of course it's A tier. Alright, chat. Where is this going in A tier? Give me top half, bottom half, middle. What are you thinking? Yeah, so the comic MMVs are kind of harder to do in the sense that, like, fully colored illustrations that already have lighting decided on the pages and, like, harsh color schemes, it's difficult to pick panels compared to manga where you can just... It's all black and white, so you can just take what you want and make the lighting whatever you want it to be. Whereas colored comics, is, you know, it's less options. Middle. Okay, everyone's saying middle. Some people are saying bottom. So I think we'll go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How about we do 7, 8, 9, and 10? We'll do that. 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Supergirl, A tier placement tour. Hit me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. So is it above this? Yes or no? And then you look at hidden inventory. Why? What are we doing? Wait, was that always in C tier? Wait, did I move something by accident? I can't remember. Wait, was this a... Let me check my VOD. Did I move that by accident? Oh, I did. Why the hell is it there? Whoops. Where was it before? It was there, right? Sorry, the Wanderer. I was like, huh? I didn't even realize at all. I totally... Yeah. Well, we'll put it there, because I know it was ahead of Yugami. Dude, I totally forgot about it. It just slipped. How long has it been there for? I have no idea. Alright, let's end the poll. What are we thinking? This is Supergirl A tier placement. We are putting it at 10th. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boop. Nice. Last 3. We've only got 3 more. I apologize. There's so much going on in chat. There's like gang wars between like the Arthur versus Dragon Clan and the Kagurabachi Bros and the Mob Psycho Truthers. There's a lot going on. Another Frieren one. Now, personally, I think this is better than the first one, but I think a lot of people disagree because of the song choice. I think the song choice works, but some people disagree. I won't show too much of this one because of spoilers, but we'll watch a bit of it. It doesn't really spoil anything at the start anyway, so it's not if you don't know what you're looking at. Also, custom subtitles, thanks to could you remind myself? Pad Thai for the cool custom subtitles, which is crazy. You can do this kind of thing, by the way. Oh, these are YouTube subtitles, by the way. Is that kind of sick? I think this one's kind of cool. It's not the craziest thing I've made, but I think it's solid. What are we thinking? Let's do a poll and find out. Frieren, Golden Land. S, A, B, or C? Keep in mind, S has a maximum of 5 things. I don't see a world where, even if this gets voted S, it's going to get kicked straight back down to A, I suspect. So yeah, we'll see. I think it's probably A tier. I think it's better than this, so it has to be A tier in my head. But If people put B tier, that's fine. Again, this is the democracy. We'll see what the people think. This is the rest, currently. If you've just joined the stream, you might be, like, tilting your head slightly at the order. But this is what the polls have decided. Let me get my timer going. Let's have a look. Reset. We'll do it for 20 seconds. S, but it isn't better than Kagurabachi, then it's not S tier, because Kagurabachi is knocked down to A tier. Alright, let's end the poll. See what people are thinking. A tier. Solid A tier. I respect that. Alright, chat. Top of A tier, middle of A tier, bottom of A tier. What are we thinking? Does it go here? Does it go here? Does it go here? So we can do another poll. What are we thinking? A lot of people are saying top. I'm going to do a top 4 poll for this one, because people are saying top so far. Frieren, Golden Land, A tier placement. First, second, third. Kagurabachi people, you're being threatened, by the way. So, no pressure. Same with Arthur vs. Dragon. And my Tower Dungeon Truthers. See what people think. This is fun. I'm very curious about the next one. I think like the most recent Punpun one is like a B tier one, but the Pokemon Adventures one, that could go places. That could go some crazy places. Alright, we'll let the poll go for another 15 seconds. This is for Frieren Golden Land. Where's it going to go in the top 4? Poll in the live chat. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. End the poll. What do we got? Wow. Oh, whoa. First place by a wide margin. I was not expecting it to be that dominant. There you go. Top 1. That wasn't even close. I thought it was going to be a lot closer, to be honest. There you go. I guess the Kagurabachi people went to sleep. Alright, for this next one, I'm going to go to the toilet. I'm going to let you guys cook with this. Pokemon Adventures. Now, I think I kind of cooked with this one. So I'm curious if you agree. What are we thinking? Pretty good, no? I coloured all of the panels, except these ones, obviously. These are already coloured. Which is honestly more difficult to animate. I do think this song matches Pokemon Adventures perfectly. Yeah, all of these panels I coloured myself. It was a pain. But it was fun. Let's get the poll going. Let's see. Is this worthy? Let's get to a good frame. Is this worthy of S tier? Let's have a look at the polls. Pokemon Adventures. Is it S? Is it A? Is it B? Or is it C tier? Based on what people are saying, I'm going to get rid of C tier for this one. I don't think it's worth even keeping around. It's a waste of a vote. S, A, or B. That's what we'll choose. Pokemon Adventures, MMV. I'm going to go to the toilet. When I come back, I'm immediately ending the poll. So, pick wisely.
let's end the poll and see where people are feeling for this one. Alright, how are we feeling? It's S tier. I'm not too surprised with that one. Okay, now the question is Mob Psycho versus Pokemon Adventures. Let's find out. Mob Psycho. S tier. There we go. S tier. Mobs. Shabby bubba bubba. Doing these polls is so difficult for no reason whatsoever. There we go. Mob Psycho. Pokemon Adventures. And the poll is live. Go. Remember, whichever one doesn't win is getting knocked down to A tier. Whether it's Pokemon Adventures or Mob Psycho. So vote wisely. I will say, of all of the even though it's not the one with the most views, I think in terms of feedback, the Pokemon Adventures MMV has some of the kindest comments I've ever gotten. Like, it is so, like, the feedback is so insanely positive. Like, I think the only negative feedback I got in this video was people complaining that I made blue green and green blue. But, like, it's Pokemon Adventures, you know? It's the Western localization that I grew up with, where blue is the guy and green is the girl. You know? Whereas Pokemon Festival of Champions is it's not in English, officially. It is a Japanese fan comic, so I made green the guy, and then blue the girl. So, yeah. And that's another reason I wanted to differentiate them from each other, so. Alright, let's see. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. End poll. What we got? Pokemon wins! Mob Psycho has been kicked out of S tier. Who would have thought? Did you look at that? One more video. And then we have to sort some of this out. I think we'll knock some stuff down to B tier. But first, Everyday Punpun. Is it worthy of any tier? Or just tears of sadness? That's my hand, again. It's kind of fun to make. Let's have a look. Start poll. Everyday Punpun MMV. Is this S tier? Is this A tier? Is this B tier? Or is this C tier? What are we thinking? Really, Alexandra? Interesting. I prefer the original over this one, but I tried some new stuff with this one. I tried to make it as, like, ethereal as possible. Because the way I see it, with the first MMV of this one, I feel like I captured, like, the kind of spiral out of control that Punpun's life kind of goes into. Like, once it spirals, it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse, and it just, you know, it goes to shit. Whereas in this one, I wanted to capture the other side of the story, which is those kind of more peaceful moments, and just those weirder kind of, again, like, just more ethereal kind of, you know, drawings and panels and just these weird moments of silence in the story. So the question is, where is this going? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. End poll. Let's have a look. I do like the first one better, though, is what I will say. S tier? Really? Chat, so you're saying S tier, but is this going to kick Pokemon Adventures down to A tier? Is that what we're saying? We're saying max of 5. So now we need to do another poll.
I didn't expect these two to be going against each other ever. I thought this was like a B tier one, personally. Like a high B, low A. I think it's a bit derivative. Okay, S tier decider. Pokemon Adventures versus Everyday Punpun. Poll start. I didn't expect these two to go against each other. I thought Pokemon Adventures was safe, but maybe not. We'll give this 40 seconds. It's a very important vote. So I'll give some people some time. None of you have object permanence. You're like a bunch of toddlers. That's crazy, chat. Six seconds. 3, 2, 1, and end poll. Who's the winner? The winner is, when it loads eventually, please. Pokemon. Nice. Well, now I have to kind of have these fights as well. Oh, the top 5 is so, like, there's so much in A tier. Alright, well, we've done everything. This is the tier list. Currently. Are we happy with this, chat? Because I don't know. How is there only one video in D tier? Oh, there's only one in D tier, man. Like, the video's like the worst one, clearly, but it's not that, like, you know? How are we feeling, chat? Let's do a poll for the quality of the tier list. How are we feeling about this one, chat? It's not what I expected. It's not what I expected, is what I will say. The top 3, I'm not surprised by. I think I expected it to be this, but I expected it to ultimately be these 3 at the top. I did think Festival of Champions would be nearer the top as well. I am surprised that it is that far down. But a lot of it, because the thing is, again, when we did the vote for S tier, Festival of Champions didn't even get to S tier. It was voted A tier. Everything in front of it was voted to S tier. But I'm curious, how would this do head-to-head against these? You know, poll's the poll. Now, what I do want to do before we end this stream, because I will end the stream for about 20 minutes or so, what I would like to do is I would like to knock some stuff down to B tier. And then yeah. I just think, like, look, chat, do we really need this in C tier? Like, it's got to have a buddy with him. It's not a good video. It is literally a scrapped video that I made too much progress on, so I've quickly finished it. The people voted for MHA in S tier. The people have spoken. It is interesting, because I started by making a bunch of MHA MMVs and then only made shorter edits after that. I thought the top 5 was going to be this. But, wait, where was this one? Oh, shit. There, I think. I hope. Chat, how about we move some stuff around? How about, chat, let me know how you feel about this. Thoughts? I just moved a couple of things. How are we feeling about moving Frieren and More to B tier? Because A tier is looking a little chunky, is all I'm saying. Thoughts? I just think that's a good move. again, it's difficult. Like, no one's going to be 100% happy with these placements. But again, there's so many different opinions, different, people have different music tastes, different tastes in, like, anime and manga. Like, there's someone in chat who despises MHA, and they're like, why the fuck is that up there? There's someone else who hates Punpun, probably, and it's like, dude, why is Punpun not in D tier? No one's going to be fully happy with the tier list. But I will say, I am happy with the top 3. I wouldn't put this in S tier, personally. I'd put it in A tier. I think this is for sure S tier for me. I think this could be S tier. I think this could be S tier. Even this could be S tier, to be honest. I don't know. So some of the A tier placements have surprised me. Of course I'm biased. I made them. The thing is, I'm also factoring in how I felt making the videos and the circumstances I made them in. Alright, let me see what chat's saying. What are you saying, people? Move everything below Chuchinx down to B. Thoughts? Chat, what are we thinking? Are we moving everything from here down to B, yes or no? I'll do a poll. Let's end the current poll. Most people are saying W list. Let's do another poll. Move everything from Chuchinx below down to B. I don't hate the move. I do not hate that move. Let's see. I do personally think the Marky one is B tier, but we'll see what chat says. So everything after this, so this is going down to B tier, this is going down to B tier, this is going down to B tier, this is going to B tier, this is going to B tier. You want B tier sex, is what we're saying. That's the big question. It's kind of crazy. But it is a shorter video, and it's repetitive, so, I mean, the vast majority are saying yes in this poll. 26 votes. Get some more votes in. Because it's just, there's too much in A tier. I like the idea. We need to cut this list down. I think B tier being more full makes sense. But A tier, it's too much. Alright, well, the votes are in. People are saying yes to the move. Alright, we'll do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. How are we feeling about that? Because now A tier looks decent. Kabeni Derby MMV lacks hype moments and aura, so it's B tier. Fair. I get you. I understand it. I will say hidden inventory was put there by mistake. So I didn't move it up to B. It just was always in B. I just misplaced it. I don't hate this list, I do still think we need to do a vote. Emergency poll. Itadori versus Higuruma. Just cooking up another poll. Give me a sec. Down to Itadori versus Higuruma. Let's have a look. Are we keeping this in C tier or are we putting it down to D tier? That's the poll. I'm going by the votes. It's quite close. And then after that, I don't know, I feel like I'm probably fine to keep as is. Again, I would change the order of some of these, but I don't hate most of the placements. And again, these were voted democratically. Again, I just think song choice-wise, I think the Itadori Higuruma one is weaker. I also think pacing it's weaker. I think animation it's weaker. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have much good to say about it, to be honest. But if people think it's C tier, then that's fine. You know, again, we're trying to go by what people in chat think. I'm gonna be honest, neither of these two are moving. Like, these two will not lose any poll. I promise you that. Alright, let's end the poll. What are we thinking? But that's good. See, look, everyone has mixed opinions on, or not mixed opinions, different opinions on the stuff. Some people think the song's mid, some people think the animation's mid. That's fine. It'd be lame if everyone had the exact same opinion, even if the poll makes it look like they do sometimes. Yeah. Boop, goodbye. Nice. See, that looks better already. Now it feels less personal that I like hate that one video specifically. I don't hate this tier list. This is looking like a nice tier list. It's not ideal, but I don't hate it. One more purge for B tier. I think we do one more, we're pushing it, low-key, no? Like, I think this is all A tier. I'm pretty comfortable with that. Like, I can't in my heart put these Chainsaw Men down in B tier. They're where they belong. Yeah, I mean, look, chat, again, we're not saying if something's in C, you know, B tier, C tier, or even D tier, it doesn't mean the video is necessarily bad, and it doesn't mean you should feel bad for liking it. Again, I made the videos, I don't feel offended. You know, but when making a tier list and ranking these things, you've got to be brutally honest. And harsh, in some cases. I think we've done a pretty good job. You know, I was afraid going into this stream that everything would just be an A tier, because people are too kind. And whilst a lot of things were an A tier, it's balanced out, you know, after some revisions. It's a good stream. A lot of Kokona viewers. Don't forget to like the video, as always. What else is there to do? And quickly do my own personal tier list, maybe. Well, I don't want to delete this one by accident. There we go. So I've got the tier list. It's so cooked. Why did it shrink? That's cursed. There we go. So yeah, no, this is a good stream. I'll quickly, so let me check. So this is the quality of the image kind of sucks though. So I might just take a screenshot afterwards. So hello, can we please do that? I'll do it like this. Alright, this is my own personal tier list. Alright, this is my own personal picks for how I would rank these. Whoops. I'd put this
What do I do for this again? Yeah, let's see. Okay. I do this, this, I put that also down there. I should put that there. I'd put this in B as well. I'd put this in a little higher B. Put this in A. I'd put this in probably top of B. I'd put this in S. I'd put this above the original. I'd put this in A. I'd put this in higher A. I'd put this in S. I'd put this in, I don't know, high A. I'd put this in lower B. I'd put this in high B. Low A. I'd put this in S. I'd put this in S. I'd put Yugami-kun high, middle B. I'd put this one in A. I'd put this one in B. Put this one in B. I'd put this one in C. I'd put this one top of A. Around top of A-ish. Like there, maybe. I'd put Love is War there, maybe. I'd put this one top of B. I'd put this one A. I'd put this in S. I'd put this in low B. And then the ordering, I'd do that, yeah. This is my rough personal list. This is how we compare. Slight differences. But again, look, this is not me saying Kagurabachi bad. And again, I could be convinced it's there. But it's just based on my own perspective of the MMV, I'm quite critical of it. You know, based on what it could have been versus what it ended up being. Some shots just not being as good as I think they could have been. Yeah. But again, look, if people love it enough to put it in A tier, I'm happy. But, yeah. That's it for today's stream. Let me see. Is it... Ninja, is it possible that you'll make MMVs on games like Metal Gear Solid or Zelda? I could do a Zelda MMV at some point. People like the Pokemon one, so I could easily do like a Twilight Princess MMV. That'd probably be quite cool. But yeah. This is the final tier list. Your final tier list. These are your decisions. All of your votes went to this. I hope you're happy. Thank you so much for tuning in. This stream was great. I had a lot of Kokon viewers, a lot of fun, a lot of arguments. That's how it should be. Yeah, I had fun. We'll be back again on live next Friday and Saturday. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for your support and all your feedback and participating. Hell yeah. Appreciate it. Much love. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next stream, maybe. Take care.